We are back.
We are back live inside the Playhouse. And tonight we have, of course, with us Brother Jolly
Hey.
and Jay.
Salute.
And Shay is not in the building tonight, ladies and gentlemen. She's with a family member in the hospital, so everybody say a nice prayer for her and her family member who's in the hospital. My section is a little crazy right now, y'all. I'm trying to get it together. But before we even get started, I got to give my co-host a gift. I done had this gift for a month now. I went to South Carolina for my birthday. And when I went, North Carolina for my birthday, I went back home. And when I went home, he said, all I want is, can you please bring me a magnet for the refrigerator? I'm like, a magnet? He was like, no, I'm serious. I'm serious about the magnet. This been sitting on my makeup table over there since I got back. So today I was over there doing a little and I said, oh my God, I never gave him his gift, so there you go.
Cool.
Put it
Look
on
at
that
Should
refrigerator.
have stayed your ass down there.
And then what would you do with your life if I wasn't here? What would you be doing?
Work.
You'd be sad. He would be sad. He'd be calling like, when you coming back? What's going on? So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we are talking about dating inmates.
Did I say thank you?
Oh, yeah, I think you did. I felt it in my spirit.
Okay, I don't know about it.
I felt it in my spirit. Did he say, y'all? I felt it in my spirit. I felt like he said it, you know. But tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about dating inmates. And I feel like this is a really good topic to talk about because there's a lot of women. I've never heard of a man other than Papoose dating an inmate. So
It happens.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens.
You think they loyal? Your hat is open stuff. We on TikTok tonight, y'all. So I'm trying to watch my mouth. TikTok, welcome to the Playhouse. Right, because it's your first time. Right. It's your first time seeing us here in the Playhouse. I am Beyonka. I don't know if I said that, but I am Beyonka, your host tonight.
The one and only.
The one and only. I'm glad you said that. Let them know. You ain't gonna never find another. You'll never find another like me. But we talking about dating inmates because I feel like this is a really good topic, and I had a few inboxes of some people who are dating inmates. One person sent the story. So should I start it? Should I start it with the inbox?
Sure. Get it.
Okay. Let me go to it. Hold on. And if you are dating an inmate, listen, feel free to chime in. You got a question, you got some input, you got some advice if you've ever dated an inmate and you have some advice for somebody else, or if you're married to an inmate, or if you're thinking about it. Listen, becoming friends with inmates can lead to some things that you might not be ready for. But all right, let me go to this inbox.
Now, if you are a CEO dating an inmate, just shh. Keep that between us. Keep that between us.
Yeah, if you are a CEO dating an inmate, you are going down the wrong. You know how those hallways are long?
Shout out to Smallwood.
You know how those hallways in the jails are long?
Yeah.
You going down the wrong way.
Going down the wrong way.
You going down the side where you gonna get, you gonna end up staying, and not actually leaving back out. I can't. That's one of the things I can't get with. I don't understand how you can date an inmate. How these women get into these jails and get caught up with dating an inmate when. Okay, I've visited inmates. Okay.
Right.
And the process of getting into the jail is so much. It's to me degrading.
It is.
It's degrading. It makes me uncomfortable. It irritates me. I went to see. Well, I can tell y'all the inmate that I go to visit is my son. I went to see my son one time. Shout out to my baby. Shout out to Bree. I went to see my son one time, and I had not seen him since he had been incarcerated.
Right.
By this time, he's been incarcerated about a year. And I go see him, and I'm so excited because finally he can get visits. Because this first year, he
that's big.
He was a little unruly.
Yeah, visits for the
they was not playing with him. Okay. But I finally get a chance to go and see him, and I get down there. I make sure I'm covered up, okay? Because I done read the little thing.
Yeah, man.
I make sure I'm covered up. I make sure, like, it's nothing that should stop me from being able to see my son. Took the wire out the bra, okay, everything. I get down there, and the guard, before I even get patted down or anything, she was like, "Oh no, ma'am, you might as well go ahead and turn on around." And I was like, "Why? Like, what is it possibly that?" She was like, "Oh yeah, because those sweatpants have elastic at the bottoms."
What?
I was like, "Wait a minute." First of all, I picked the biggest pair of sweatpants I had just to make sure it wasn't too tight.
Right.
I made sure I had the proper shirt on. I got tennis shoes on. I'm not even a tennis shoe kind of girl, but I got tennis shoes on. You telling me the type of sweatpants? Well, why doesn't it say that? She was like, "Oh no, it's a new thing up. You can look online on the website. It says no elastic in your sweatpants." Okay. So I'm gonna just need y'all to say no sweatpants, because a lot of sweatpants have elastic. Like, I just started getting sweatpants that are like, free at the bottom. Yeah, I don't even like those, honestly.
Right.
So I tell that story to say it is completely like that broke my heart. You know, I finally get to see my son. It broke my heart, broke my spirit, honestly. And I never went back to that jail, because I told him, I said, you gotta want to come home, and you gotta want to do better enough to not ever come back here.
Yeah.
This is hard for me. I know it's hard for you, but don't ever come back here again, because
and believe it or not, that's what did it for me. Once my mother came to visit me, and I figured out what she had to go through, I said, "Oh no,
yeah,
this ain't happening."
Your babies even got to get patted down.
Yeah.
Your babies got to get patted down.
Yeah, the first time I seen my son was on a visit.
What?
Yeah, this nigga was just starting to stand up and all that. That was my first time seeing him on a visit. He tried to break me out and all that. Shout out to the boy. You feel me? Yeah,
try to break daddy out.
Head button the glass. Like, what's up?
Yes, get up out of there, daddy. Get up out of there. Wow.
Is that real?
What?
Like the whole, I never knew. I went to, in the whole 25 years that I've been on this planet, I went to visit one person, and I ain't had to go through all that. But that was like years ago, so.
You didn't have to go through getting patted down.
I mean, yeah, they patted me down, but it wasn't like, I don't even know where I went. I think I just wore like some pants and something like that. And when I walked away, the guy was like when I first went there to go see him, we dapped each other up, because that was my man. And then they said something about that.
That's why you didn't have no issue. That's why you didn't have no issue.
When I came back, I mean, right before we left, we dapped up again, and the guy said something to us again, but it wasn't like, it was like crazy or nothing like that.
You talking about you dapped the inmate?
Yeah.
Wait, you dapped the inmate?
Yeah.
See, that wasn't the inmate you was going to see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
In certain places, it's more lax than others.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, some places you got contact visits, some places you don't. You feel me? Some places you over the phone.
That's another thing about dating inmates. Like, not being able to have a contact visit, like, that's hard. That gotta be hard to go and see the person that you in love with, the person that you in a relationship with, and you can't touch them, you can't kiss them,
that was my homeboy, by the way. It wasn't.
Oh, yeah, that was his homeboy.
Yeah, but COs ain't gotta go through all that, and they with you 40 hours a week, walking you to your showers.
Yo, I saw somebody say that. Like, somebody said, when you spend more time at work than you do in the outside life, and when they said outside life, I said, yeah, you've been working there too long, because you mean free. Mm-hmm. When you spend more time at work than you do in the outside world, then you become accustomed to the world inside. Mm-hmm. And that's how you develop relationships with inmates. And that's how she got caught up with an inmate, this particular person. And she was like, she saw him every day, and she was there. She did double sometimes. She was like, she said sometimes she wouldn't go home for 2 or 3 days, because she would go ahead and sleep there at the jail, because she knew she had another shift.
Yep.
And so basically she was living at the jail. So I think mentally she thought she was living with him, and ended up getting pregnant by this particular person. And yeah, I mean, when the person came home, they were together, but I just thought that was insane.
It's a big risk. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's definitely a big risk.
I mean, so
it goes down.
Would you? I mean, I understand your current circumstances, but I'm saying, if that wasn't the case, could you see yourself marrying a nigga in jail?
Absolutely not.
Because I've seen it. I think I've seen it once or twice, and even the person, to me, I've seen it twice for sure, and I was just looking at it like, babe, this nigga got like 15 years, and I ain't not in his game, but I'm just trying to figure out like, he got 15 years or he got 5 years, like what do you do? What is as a woman, like what do y'all do? Because I can never see me going to jail and be like, yo, I'll be out in 12, hold me down.
Listen.
I mean, but it's perks to doing it.
What perks?
Like the visits. The visits change if you're married.
How?
You get conjugal visits.
What jail?
So is that in every jail?
If you're in prison.
I mean, what prison?
Most of them that I know of. I never been somewhere. I ain't never heard about nowhere where they ain't had none of that. You feel me?
Oh, I didn't know they do conjugal visits.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what Pat was doing.
But he was.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that they had. Oh, okay.
Now you might not can do it every day. I don't know what
and
the schedule
maybe that's
like.
why, because I was watching a couple things, just researching Pat, where he said, what Remy said, she didn't want to get pregnant while incarcerated, and he wanted a baby while she was in jail. He wanted a baby, and she was like, that would have been
Stupid,
crazy,
man. But I'm like, you want your wife locked up pregnant? You fucking. You know what?
We on TikTok.
I forgot, yeah.
We gonna behave.
I forgot.
But no, so yeah, that was one of the things, and so I was thinking, even a conjugal visit, right? Because I know your circumstances, you got to make the best of it, no matter what it is. You got to make the best of it. But
what the fuck does that look like in jail?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, because is she coming or he coming in there? Because I did watch Orange Is the New Black. Remember?
I've seen like snippets of that.
Okay.
That shows.
Because she did have a conjugal visit.
But it's like, who wants to?
Yeah, who wants to?
Like, you need to be on the. You know what I mean? You need to be. Like, you ain't trying to be. Try to keep it PG.
If it's bars between y'all for most of the time, and for this half hour ain't no bars, you don't see none of that. You don't see your surroundings.
Yeah.
You don't see none of that.
Yeah. Okay.
You could not care less.
Okay.
Yeah.
But okay, so this is a real question, and I'm gonna get to the story, but this is a real question, and y'all are men, so let's ask two-part questions. He said facts, of course. One, if you were married, or if you were in a relationship, if you're married and your significant other went to jail, would you be faithful to your significant other? Let's say your significant other went to jail and they got 10 years. 15 years, 20 years, 20 years, 20.
I'm going to hold you down. That's my answer. Like, I'm going to hold you down. Like
you're not going to forget her. And you're not going, and you're going to make sure she good.
Yeah, I got you all that.
But she needs to understand that, don't think that I'm out here on my P's and Q's.
No, I'm going to tell her straight like that on the first visit in the court, on the phone. No, I'm not saying like right out the break, but I'm just going to like once I find out.
Once you know how much time.
I got to know she got 20 before I just, but I'm going to let her know, keep it a buck. Like, look, you're doing this 2 decades right here, and but I promise you, I got you. And that's exactly what my words are going to be. I got you. Don't worry.
Okay.
You know what I mean? You're going to get your your little birthday commissary packages, all that stuff.
The birthday commissary
packages. Yeah, you can do little small stuff like that. Okay. Yeah, you get all that.
Okay.
Now, I would carry how
for the first 3 years.
Yeah, I would carry it the way I would want to be carried with me. And I'm going to lie.
Dang, we just got right to it.
I'm going to lie. Yeah, no, I ain't doing that.
Because you don't want to know.
Because I wouldn't want to know.
Well, why? Go ahead.
I ain't gonna make no babies. I ain't gonna get no relationships. I ain't even gonna go too far, but 20 years is 20 years. You feel me?
Okay, let's break it down to 5.
5 years, that's not that long. You feel me? Like
5 years is a struggle.
It can be.
To me, it is a struggle. 5 years is a struggle. Now in that situation, not only am I gonna hold you down, I'm going to do my best to stand on my P's and Q's, but, I'm just not going to, do anything worth commitment wise. You know what I mean? Even if I got to go
That's
get
what
the
I
surgery.
mean. When you say, wait.
Even if I go get the surgery, then when you come out, I undo the surgery or whatever. Because I'm going to make sure that I'm there. But that's all you get is 5. After that pound, that's it. And I don't even know because, I had an unfortunate vacation. And mine was for a couple years. I wanted to detach everybody from me. But I'm thankful because the kind of person I am, people still wanted to be there for me.
Okay.
But I ain't want nobody to. So it's like, that's what, I mean, for you, for each person it's different. But for me, I didn't want nobody. If you doing whatever you doing with Motorcycle Steve, keep on rocking out with Motorcycle Steve, I'm good. If you saying, hey, I'm going to commit to making sure that you get on your commissary, I appreciate that. But for having so many of my acquaintances that have been incarcerated over the years, a nigga hitting you up for $20, $25, people think like, oh, you out there, you doing, and it's like, no, nigga, I'm out here paying bills and dealing with real life.
Facts. Like, I never want no woman put no money on my book.
Yeah, so it's like, it's a pile up. At the wow, that quarter start to add up.
Yeah, now because it's a burden on her.
Right.
And you putting your burden on her.
And that's going to put a strain on how much she can actually hold you down. Yeah, like, you want to, like, whenever you get time, you want to free the person, right? That's your first instinct, or it should be, is to free the person.
Yeah.
And freeing the person, you want the person to be like, oh, no, I ain't going nowhere.
So why, but if you are, I don't get, like, so you would rather somebody tell you this truth, you'd rather somebody lie to you instead of just telling you the truth?
Of course. I got to do this time.
And he want to do this time without being stressed out, so go ahead and lie to him.
Yeah, just
don't make
no babies, don't make no commitments, and don't make it a habit.
On a 20, bro.
If I free you, right?
Yeah.
I'm setting you free.
Right.
And I love you, though. I want you to be like, yo, I'm going to hold you down. Am I going to expect you to go 20 years without some No. I don't want to hear about it.
So what about locking it in so that you can get a commissary visit?
Might even do that. You feel me? We can do that.
Are you locking it in?
What, on the commissary?
No,
I said I'm
no.
On the conjugal tip.
Are you on a conjugal tip so that you can get some conjugal visits? Would you marry somebody in prison?
No, hell no. I don't even recommend women to do it, and I see it all. I've seen it happen multiple times. Like, if a nigga has 15, how can you sit back and be like, well, his lawyer said that he might be able to give it back. I'm not trying that shit.
That holding on the hope, y'all. That holding on the hope is real.
I get it. So for me, I'm trying to be a realist here. Yo, if you can, I'd appreciate it if you do the best that you can with keeping up with my commissary. Other than that, you don't have to come visit me. You don't have to do this. I'm not going to hold you to anything. Now, while you on one end, you're saying, okay, well, just lie to me. I'm sitting back like, you don't have to do any of that. Like, if you, because knowing that you're saying here's $20 every month, every other week,
keep that.
That's letting me know that you still care about me, but at the same time,
lying to me is let me know you still care about me.
Cause you don't want me in here feeling no type of way. You don't want me in here.
Listen, man, when you're locked up behind them bars, and when you got niggas on one side or the other side, or you got niggas up top on your bunk, or you in you're in a dorm setting or whatever the case may be. How often you're gonna miss the things that you were able to do, but in reality, you're the cause of you being in there. So why would I want to put shit? Whatever reason would I go to jail for?
Ain't no innocent people in jail.
I'm not saying it's not, but I'm saying like most of the time, it ain't no high percentage of niggas in jail. It's like a small percentage of niggas that's in jail on the innocent tip. Most niggas in jail because they did some shit or they went willfully with some niggas and did some shit. You can't go get in the car with niggas that you know on some rowdy shit, go to jail, get caught up on a murder
and they be like,
or something. Yeah, because nigga, you knew when you got in the car that you was hanging around a bunch of asshole mission type niggas. And you was for whatever they was doing. And whether or not you actually knew what they were about to do or not, it's irrelevant. Don't hang around niggas and you don't want to be in this situation. Some people, even in my own family, I don't even give them niggas rides in my cars because I know what type of shit they
You already know what it is.
So I'm not about
That's
to sit
real,
here and have you
that's
set
real.
me up and then we looking stupid. I'm sorry, that's just the way I
See,
operate.
you rolling with the wrong niggas then. Because I don't give a fuck who you is. You in my car, they pull over. Everybody in my circle know where you charge.
Where you charge?
Where you charge. And I heard so many stories, not to get off the subject, but I heard so many stories of 4 niggas in the car get locked up for 1 gun.
Oh, that's crazy.
Because don't nobody want to take the charge?
But that's different because if you in the car with 4 niggas and one of them niggas commit a murder, you are now accessory to a murder.
In the car, how many times did that happen? We talking about giving people rides.
It happens.
We talking about giving people rides.
Man, I don't even want the police watching you and then you get in my car and then they watching me. I don't want none of that type of shit.
I can dig it, but
don't get my fucking
it's
stuff.
definitely innocent people that's locked up every day.
Yeah.
It definitely is. And when you're doing that time, all you got is your mental. So if you got somebody willing to hold you down mentally, I can't get to you. All I can do is appreciate the mental holding me down.
Yeah.
You feel me? Send me a kite. Write me a letter. Spray some shit on there. Let me smell you. You feel me? That's the little things that get you through. Know what I mean? But am I wanting to know what you doing at the club? No, I don't want to know none of that.
So why not just release the chick?
Why not bring it? He said he released it.
I said that was the first thing I said.
You said you want her to lie to you.
The first thing I said was I am releasing you. But in releasing you, anytime you release somebody, you want them to put up a fight. You don't want them to be like, oh, all right, I'm out.
Shit, the mother got 22 decades.
It don't matter, yo. It does not matter. Yo. It does not matter.
Then I got 2 decades.
Man,
That's
it ain't
too
no.
much.
It ain't no. I'm just. But see, this is why I like the energy because it's 2 different.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just like the other week you was talking about. Like, okay, as long as that's my baby mother, that's still my baby mother.
Right.
No.
And yo, I got some inboxes about that one scene, that statement that y'all talking about, right? And it was like that was so. First of all, I love the inboxes, y'all, to tell me how y'all.
Facts, I gotta start saying them, cause yeah.
I love that because it was an inbox about how both of y'all are completely opposite, and they love that. They love the
and
different
we from the
point of
same
view.
dirt, like
Yeah, like they love how y'all be. And then I guess one day I didn't get to watch it yet, but I stepped away and then y'all was just talking yourself.
right.
And it was like watching 2 brothers really converse. They felt like they was in the barber shop. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta go back and watch the scene because I was one of them was talking about me. But that particular statement, they was like, yeah, Jay was like, no, I'm the protector no matter what. And Jolly was like, no, fuck that.
Right.
They was like, yeah,
Once you cross that threshold, you on your own.
Yeah, they said you gotta know that if you get with Jolly, you gonna get it straight like that. Like you're not gonna get no cut cards. You're not gonna get no sweet talking. He's telling you like it is. I was like, no, really, that really is how he is. That ain't on the show. That's for real, for real.
but so not to go off topic, but I'm just saying like I just can't see me doing it. Jumping out there, doing some dickhead shit. Now I got a clip and I'm sitting back like, yo, I'll be out. What was that meme when that with that girl, dark skin, she was down south and she was like, MOP, hold me down. MOP.
Oh yeah.
So and it's like I don't know, yo, no. No, fuck
So
that.
like what you saying, like you don't want no contact or
but see, here's the thing. I feel like the commissary alone, in my personal opinion, I feel like the commissary alone is saying, here, I'm still thinking about you.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Yeah.
Anything more than that, it's like, it's going to be hard in here for me. Like, that short time that I did, and for a lot of people, 7 days ain't short. But my short time that I did, it's like, yo, that was enough, and it was hard. But you got to understand that when you're doing a double clip like that, 2 decades, and in the state, what do you do, like 80, 75%, whatever, you might can come home on some halfway. But the point is, I don't want that. I don't even, if I come home in 10 years,
so
I'm not
looking for you. So you don't want no visits, no nothing?
No, I just feel like it's gonna make me hard. Yo, 20 years. Yo, you telling me right now that if you met a chick and she was solid, everything good, she slid off with some homegirls, did some dickhead shit. You telling me at 20 years, instead of you and her having an adult-like conversation, like, look, let me just slide out. You're saying y'all having an adult-like conversation, and it's kind of like you just gonna go right into the mindset, like, I'm gonna lie to you, and I'm gonna still be here for you and come to see you. That's how you feel. You would still do all that. You would still commit yourself, your time, your energy for the next 20 fucking years of your life to somebody who went to jail.
If I love that person.
Fuck that.
How much time and energy
fuck
is it?
That.
How much
Hell no. I ain't doing it.
How much time and energy? How much? I know what I'm saying. When you on the outside and you talking about doing for a person on the inside, it's not a lot of time and energy you putting in.
She just said what she had. She was getting harassed just going through the joint.
And how long was the visit? An hour?
Oh yeah, it's an hour visit.
Yeah,
man.
Once a week.
No.
Once a week, an hour?
No,
and it ain't even
no.
gotta be every week. Like,
no.
that's a small.
I go to jail. Do what you do. Send me a little
You ever
commissary.
seen somebody in
I'm
jail
good.
don't get no visits, no mail, no
Yes,
nothing?
I have. Absolutely have.
You know, they be fucked me. They be messed up in the head.
Man, shit. Don't come see me.
So wait, so because you just said you did a little time, okay? When you did a little time, did you get visits?
Yeah, I got visits.
So yeah, I mean, so
I didn't call nobody up on the phone. It was like, yeah, make sure you came down and see me.
Never.
One of the people who was watching the show or whatever, for real, they came to see me. But it wasn't like that nigga was down that joint every third. Like, nah. And I think he may have seen me like once or so. But it wasn't like, no, yo, when you get a chance, when next time you think you come, nah. And I was hollering at niggas, but it wasn't like that. And my guys was doing stuff for me. But the point is, it's harder to focus in on what's going on because in there, you got to worry about gangs, COs.
It's a whole nother world.
It really is. And you still got to worry about how you move in that joint. Because sometimes it's just about gangs. It's just niggas with influence in the joint. So it's like, it's all these things ramped up in there. Nah, I'm good. Now, from what I was told, in prison, dudes, it's a lot more stable. But you still got to worry about those elements in there. At the end of the day, deuces. If I get a dub, keep it pushing. If you send me, because here's
but
the
if
thing.
you get 5 years, go ahead and wait on you.
I mean,
I'm not asking nobody to wait 5
I'm not.
years. I want you to.
I mean,
but realistically,
yeah.
You know what?
Don't wait 5 years for me.
Don't wait 5 years.
Don't even wait 5 years.
Okay, let's help old girl out. Okay.
If I ain't got 5 years all suspended, but 2.5, in 6 months already time served, meaning in 6 to 7 months I'm coming home, maybe even a year. I say a year. I'm coming home with the 2.5 years suspended, the 6 months already served, and I'm coming home in a year. That's something different. But 5 years, I'm saying if you got to do that to the door, which is more than likely the feds, because I think that's like 90. But the point is, I'm not, no. Because what happened a year from now? What happened 2 years from now? And honestly, what happens is, if you take some of the road that some of the guys got, because you know there's guys who were in jail, in prison, whatever the case, and they became authors. In jail, what it does to you is it changes your mindset. It don't mean that, okay, you're a savage, you go in there, you come out, so say. No, it means that if you're taking the time out and you're being positive, because you can, despite the circumstances, you can still be positive.
Yeah.
You're now reading things. You got way more time to read. You're starting to look into things. You're starting to have reality checks and all this stuff. And you're looking at your life and you're like, and now you're looking at the person you was dealing with.
Yeah.
Like, was that realistically a good fit? Was I just feeding into my nefs? Was I feeding into the fact that this person could do this person could do this? Was I dealing with this person because every time I jumped in between their legs, it was like, you know, nigga was living his best life?
Yeah.
Was it when I was dealing with him, you know, he was stroking me? Like, what, like, your mindset goes from at this level to this level, especially when you're not doing intoxicants.
Yeah.
Because you have an elevation out here in this world. We got social media, we
all
got bills, all kinds of stuff. And that's why I'm trying to live the homestead life. But that's not the topic. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm trying to get to the point where I want to go live on the farm. Like,
yes.
So you ever get visits from somebody you was dealing with?
During that time, I think I had a 3 year hit. I think I had about maybe 2 visits, maybe 3. It wasn't a lot at all.
So was it after those visits, was it a positive feeling or was it a negative feeling?
It was okay, but it was the yearning of wanting to be on the other side. But then once I started to settle in, and I hadn't received a visit in about 6 or a year, whatever the case may be, it was beginning to kind of like settle in, like, okay, if this is what's for me, then let it be for me. Like, I begin to accept the reality of my current situation.
So did the visit make it harder in the beginning?
It was the yes, because it was the wanting. Yeah. And then the constant hope, because what happens is it's like, oh, well, you got a trial date coming up in 90 days, and then you get another visit, and then when you go to that trial date, you postpone it, or whatever the case may be, and it's just sitting there, and it's like, I'm tired because you're seeing me, I'm looking at you, like, I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
I get the hope.
And that's why I'm saying the commissary will suffice enough, because, like you said, dudes sitting around you and they don't get that stuff. Yeah. But fortunately for me, it's so crazy because I actually adapted to the circumstances. And I don't know the person still watching, they know how well I adapted. And I was even surprised myself. I was like, oh, you know what I mean? I'm living, steak over here, first time eating moles in this motherfucker. Like, yeah. But the point is, when you got those people around you, and then you grew up like how we grew up, we Muslim. So we got to be caring, do for your neighbor, stuff like that. All those things was taking place. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. But all those things came about because I don't know this nigga. I just met this nigga 6 months ago.
Right.
But Islam taught us we got to be kind to people. Yeah. So, yo, here, take some of this. Oh, you know what? I got some extra shirts or socks or whatever the case may be. Or here, take this book. This is a good book. Yeah. And it's so crazy because it's a brother. I was down one of the matches in the city, and I always tell people, like, I'm glad that my energy stayed the same.
Yeah.
And I wasn't a tyrant, or I wasn't like, oh, well, I got hella people in here I know, and I stayed the same. I see the guy, this dude, I felt like he just came home. Because he hugged me so tight. I'm like, all right, you know what you tight, where's my shoe at? But nah, he saw me, and he was like, man, I'm glad that when I was over there, you took me in and you embraced me and stuff like that or whatever. And then there's other brothers who I already knew before I went there, and they said, but it's that attitude. You come in there, you rowdy, you see how it is. You say, okay, let me try to fall to somebody. And then you come, and then some people truly accept Islam. I love for those people when they come home and they still on it. And then some people, they were only leaning on the inside. But the point that I'm trying to make is, when you start to get less and less visits, you begin to create your own peace of mind. I think it was my man Malik. He said that the freedom is here. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, the freedom, it don't matter about the bars. You gotta escape those chains that's in your mind.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. Like, so when you have that constant reminder of your life on the outside, it's going to be kind of hard for you to break those chains.
All right. Well, what about, like, I've had several visits. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all. Contact, no contact. I couldn't imagine going years and years and years not even touching a woman.
Yeah.
Voluntarily?
Yeah.
Oh no. See, it's about hope.
Yeah.
You feel?
And I think it keeps you. Well, I would think that it would keep your hope alive. And I know that sounds so cliche, but real spill, holy feel. I feel like it would continue to give you hope and to keep you from getting too comfortable. Because I feel like personally, a lot of you gentlemen get too comfortable being in jail, and then you come out here to the outside world and then do whatever you can to get back, into the jail. You feel me? And I think that's a huge issue. And it could possibly be because while you were inside, you didn't get a lot of visits. You didn't get a lot of love. You didn't get a lot of people, giving you love. And the people on the inside, just like the gentleman he just now said, like the gentleman was grateful because he held him down while he was in there.
Right.
And he probably didn't have people out here holding him down. So to see somebody that held him down while he was in there meant a lot to him. When on his end, he like, nigga, all right, you feel me? But, I'm good because he had people out here holding him down. You feel me? But let's get into this letter real quick. So this letter was written by a young lady who wishes to stay anonymous. But she said, Dear Beyonka and team, please do not say my name. Okay, wait. Okay. She said, please, she said, y'all, don't judge me or call me a dummy on the show. We would never. We would never. And she said, but I'm just a woman who needs some advice. I'm writing this letter. I'm writing this to y'all because I really want real advice. Well, I am married to an inmate. We have been dating on and off since childhood. However, when he got incarcerated in 2020, I was recently broken up from my ex, and he was single, and he really needed a pen pal. And I know what y'all are thinking. Of course he needed a pen pal. He was locked up. And you made yourself available. Yes, I did. I became more than just a pen pal. I became everything that he needed. I became his girlfriend, his supporter, his biggest supporter. I was there throughout his trial. I was the person who paid for his lawyer when everybody else backed out. I was a mediator for his children between him and his baby mother. Girl, yes. And I was also providing for him as far as getting him packages and making sure he had things that he needed when nobody else would. I also made sure money stayed on his books. He never had to ask anybody for anything. I believe because I held him down like this, he decided to make me his wife. Yes. We got married while he was in jail in 2023. His case had dragged on for so long, and although we had hopes that he would be acquitted, he was actually found guilty. They sentenced him 8 to 10 years. I didn't even know that they could sentence somebody like that. I thought you get like a specific amount of years. But I was like, okay. Oh, okay. So anyway, so he's coming up on his parole hearing in a few months, and already I can tell he's acting differently. He hasn't been calling me every day or even responding to my messages when I send him texts. He acts uninterested in conversations, which is completely different than before. I have to say when I call, wait, what? Honestly, I'm in my feelings, and I want to know. Honestly, I'm in my feelings. I'm sorry, y'all. It just kind of got jumbled. Honestly, I'm in my feelings, and I feel like he should really be denied parole because I feel like if he's acting like this now, when he comes home, he's going to show his ASS. Mm-hmm. And I could be tripping, which is why I'm writing, because y'all are doing a show about dating an inmate. I'm married to an inmate, and I feel like he needs to stay an inmate in order to stay my husband. Am I tripping? Am I tripping?
I know exactly how to. Yeah. Or
am I tripping and worried too much about nothing, or do y'all feel where I'm coming from?
All right, so I'm gonna let Jay. Because
denied parole was deep though. I was like,
well, first of all, anything that you do for an inmate is charity. You gotta look at it as charity.
Whoa, that's deep, Jay.
You gotta, because if you're expecting a return on your investment, you might not get that.
Okay, let's just be clear. We're gonna break this down because he said anything you do for an inmate is charity. That's deep. But that was a lot that she said.
A lot that she did. Facts. And you feel like she is owed something. Facts. You feel that way.
I do.
Right. That's not the case. Is she owed something? Yes. But if you give a starving man food, he's gonna act like he's appreciative. But he needed the food. It wasn't about you. It wasn't about who gave it to him. It was about the food.
But I like when somebody somebody give me food,
I understand that. You feel me? But when you're in desperate times, you take a port in the storm.
Yeah.
You feel me? So anything that you do for an inmate is charity. You can't buy a relationship. You can't expect for him to come home and act a certain way because you did certain things. It should go that way.
Yeah.
You feel me? But we dealing with people in desperate situations. Sometimes, whereas though, like you say, you pay for his lawyer.
Yes.
I mean, you was tied to his freedom.
Yeah.
You know what I would have told you? Anything you wanted to hear.
Like marriage.
Anything
I'm sorry,
you
that
wanted
part
to
got me like, you married him after.
You feel me?
You paid for
Now,
the lawyer.
hopefully you know what I mean, y'all got some contact visits. You got something out of it. Hopefully. You feel me? And hopefully his lack of engagement like it was before is not a bad sign. You feel me?
Hopefully.
Hopefully. But when you get close to that door, and if you think that men, it's hard for them to be faithful on the outside, it's harder on the inside. Because now your relationships are tied to your well-being.
Oh, very true. Oh my gosh. Okay, so pause for the cause. That statement, the relationship is tied to his well-being. If he is now all of a sudden unengaged, and I was like, what? How dare him ignore her? But if he's unengaged now, it is because he's getting close to the door and he doesn't really need the packages and all of the things that she was sending. And so, I mean, and even an unanswered text messages kind of pulled me a little bit, because I was going to say, my response was going to be about just unanswered calls. I mean, not being unengaged. Like, sometimes he might be excited. Like, Dad, I get to see my kids. What am I going to do? I'm planning a hustle. I'm planning to get on my feet. And another thing I know inmates have to do is like do classes. Like, you gotta get all your brownie points together for that parole hearing. So I'm like, maybe he's unengaged right now because he's focused. Because even in relationships out here, when we got a lot going on, we aren't as engaged with our spouse as we normally are. We got a lot going on mentally, emotionally, like we got things going on, but when things get a little easier, then we get a little more engaged. Right now, he in a I would think, but I don't know, so y'all can correct me, but I would think, even though it sounds good from the outside, like, oh, he coming up on his parole, like, he about to come home, he probably happy, he probably chilling now. No, he might have been in there acting the ASS and got a lot of tickets and stuff, and now he like, let me pull it together, let me get up on some classes, let me get some things. Now, I could be looking from the humanitarian big heart, not Beyonka, but Kira's side. But that's what I was thinking. But then I'm like, dang, but not even answering text messages, like, that's a little crazy.
Yeah, see, when you get close to that door, you want to get your ducks in order, right?
Right.
So, sometimes, if I got 3, 4, I might need to narrow it down when I get close to the door because...
Oh, dang, that's heartbreaking.
Now, that's not necessarily, I'm not saying that is the case.
Right.
You feel me?
Let's hope not.
There's all kind of other factors that can be factoring in here, but it's not that much you do in there where you can't return the text.
Yeah.
You feel me? I would go, if you can, I would go eye to eye the person and get a feel that way.
That's good.
You feel me?
Before praying on the downfall, I feel like it should be an eye to eye.
But I feel what you're saying about that whole, he might need to stay an inmate, because I've had relationships personally where the best part of the relationship was when I was an inmate.
That's deep.
You feel me? I was with the person before and after I was incarcerated, and the best time of that whole relationship, it was when I was an inmate.
Wow, that's deep.
You feel me? So I understand that narrative also. You feel me?
Yeah, because she got all of him. Well, before we got close to the door. You know, she had all of him. You know, it sounds like, I mean, because it sounds like she was happy before. So now that it's close to the door, and that's a little crazy for me. Like, I wish he could hear us right now. You getting close to the door, but you don't even know if you're going to get to walk through it.
Now,
and you acting
that might
crazy.
be another thing, too. He might be to the point where as though, if I don't get this parole, I'm freeing her.
He is big woman.
You feel me? That might be it. He might be looking like, listen, I'm not going to keep dragging this on. If I don't get this parole, I got to wait till I come up again. That's going to be another 5 joints. Like, do I really want to? It might be that.
Okay.
So, I would, like I said, go get a visit, eye to eye this person, let them know how you feel. And once again, whatever financially that you do for an inmate is charity.
Even if you marry them, is the marriage charity? No.
The marriage, it's certain perks that you get from being married. I don't want to speak for old boy because I don't know. You feel me? Like she said, they were childhood friends. So.
I think it's the headphones.
Oh, okay.
Honestly, I was looking.
So
yeah.
The fact that they were childhood sweethearts,
Yeah.
I would give some kind of more leeway.
Yeah.
Because it's not like you in a situation where you just went on the website and you met old boy while he was already down. Y'all got a history.
Y'all got history.
You feel me? So hopefully.
And history matters.
Facts. And one time after I went through a trial one time, I had got a hung jury, so I had to go back to my cell. But when I went back to my cell, they gave me $100,000 bail. So in me calling home, I was calling home. They was hitting me like, yo, we about to go out. We'll talk to you later. Baby mother, I'm about to go to the store. But they was getting my bail together.
Oh,
so they knew they was about to see me in a few days.
Okay.
You feel me?
Okay.
So that was that energy. You feel me?
Okay.
So, but like I said, but a lot of times when you about to hit that door, you think you about to hit that door, you gotta get your ducks in order.
Mm-hmm.
And just go get that visit, baby girl. Go get that visit.
I agree with that. I'm definitely going to agree with that. The face-to-face visit should tell her everything she needs to know.
Fact.
Like, we could tell you, like, girl, you ain't wrong to feel how you feel, but at the same time, like, that's your man. You clearly invested enough to love him enough to marry him while he's incarcerated. Then you got to trust your gut when you see him face-to-face and see, because eyes don't lie.
Right.
What you guys say, Jolly?
So let me just say this. All right. I agree with some of the stuff he said.
Mm-hmm.
The face-to-face is one of the first things off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
Jump right into it. If you get the visit, jump into the face-to-face.
You think she should? Do you think she should like actually ask him? Like,
yeah, like I mean, like, you know, like confront him on, hey, listen, don't bring up what you did. Just simply confront him on, hey, what's going on? Because, you know, conversations haven't been blah. You seem a little bit distant when we talk. The communication has died down, whatever. Because when you go up for parole, it doesn't mean they're going to grant it to you. Mm-hmm. That's not what that means. Mm. That means you have the option of going up for parole. Now, that's one option.
So could he be stressed about that?
It may not necessarily be that. Okay. So I'm not saying I was or was not, right? And prisoners jail is different. But what I will say is this. When you're found not guilty on whatever it is, or you get parole, you have a date. Not guilty, you fighting in jail, you've been in there for years, you have a release date. Mm-hmm. Meaning that in the next 24 hours, if you don't have any warrants or so, they're going to release you. Uh-huh. The smart thing is to do is to say, okay, if I have a bike, if I have something that I should not have, a banger, or Bob Marley or whatever, let me go ahead and get rid of that. But I don't know how it's set up in that particular prison. Maybe they got access to, the computers and whatever case, so that's how they're communicating. Or maybe he does have a bicycle in there. That could possibly be one of the reasons. One, now you're rolling the dice, whoever it is. You're rolling the dice also with the possibility of, he's ghosting you. Intentionally, that when he slide up out of there, that's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to get real hard because now he out, there's not really much you can do about the situation. You're rolling the dice when you're dealing with somebody. And this is why I said what I said. If we wasn't here when I went in, it don't matter if we cool, it don't matter how long I've been knowing you. I don't care about that. Don't you go to jail, and guess what? I'm going to try my best to stay out of jail unless it's something about us or me or it had to be done. So it's kind of like the roll of the dice because you're still dealing with somebody in jail and it's very, very uncertain.
Yeah.
So it's like you invested time, you invested energy and stuff like that, and now you're almost getting a cold shoulder.
Yeah.
But what you have to understand is it could be the fact that he don't want to mess up his parole situation. And he want to minimize how much he riding his bike. He want to minimize all that stuff.
Okay.
And he could
and
want to be
P's and Q's.
Or it could be he's simply ghosting you. Now, the only thing you can do, Muslim, non-Muslim, it doesn't matter. We believe in the Most High.
Absolutely.
If you're a spiritual person, just look at it like the brother said. Take the L. But of course you don't know until you come home. Take the L. And guess what? What I do know for certain is this. That when the Most High, I know for a fact, that when the Most High closed that door, he going to open up another door if he hasn't already opened it. You just haven't opened your eyes up to see it.
Yeah.
Male or female.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because I've myself been in 3 situations where I was on the side of that wall. And I also been in a situation where I'm in flatline and I'm here. So that door is there. You just have to trust in God and trust that he's going to guide you and look at the signs, because it was a story they used to talk about a man was stranded at sea. And he cried out for help from the Most High. He sends him a boat. No, I don't want it. He sends him a plane or whatever. Oh, no, I don't want to wait.
He said, I'm waiting for God.
Yeah. Sends him a whale. No, I don't want to. And then he dies. And he raised up and he like, I sent you help.
Yeah, no, he asked God, why didn't you help me? And he's like, why didn't you save me? You promised you would save me. And he's like, I sent you a boat, a whale. I sent you all these things.
So that's what I'm saying. So in this situation, I feel like it's the roll of the dice. Yeah. You have those options.
Yeah.
Don't necessarily plan to say, all right, this nigga playing games, I'm out. But just look at it and put your faith in God. And if you see something, even if you got to look at that and say, okay, all right, I went down here, I talked to him. He sounded like he on the up and up.
Yeah.
I'm going to hold it out. This happens. Yeah. And it's like, oh, you know what? No, don't feel bad, because trust and believe that everything we do is some good in it. My grandmother used to come down there and see me. Now, she would come down there and see me. It wasn't on calling nothing, pop up like, oh, you got this. I'm like, dang, who the hell is that? Oh, it's grandma. And she'd be down there and she'd like, listen, no matter what you got going on, no matter what the outcome of this situation is, this trial, always remember to find good in this situation. And that kind of stuck with me. So it's like, I'm going to say the same thing to you, sis. If the situation turns out positive, be thankful. If it turns out negative, be thankful and look for your reason for God to send you somebody else, because it could be somebody else that you looking at and you like, okay, all right, this one be. But don't sit back and put more energy after this nigga than you poured out to him. He doing you like this and you like, oh, I'm gonna hold on. Nah, don't put energy into it. Don't get angry to the point where it's though, oh, I put all this, I did all this. Man, look, let it go. You had it to do it, obviously. If you struggled to do it, guess what? 5 years later, that nigga probably gonna be back in that situation. 2 years later, he probably gonna be back in that situation. And guess what? You didn't remove yourself, so you don't even have to worry about it.
And I love how at first it was like a dagger to the heart for you because I'm feeling for her. But when he said it was charity, I actually like that now because honestly, just listening, like putting y'all both together, okay? Putting y'all both together right now, it's like if it's charity and another door opens for her, it should be good because she came here with good intentions. She did good by this man. If it is bad, as far as the situation and the relationship, and she get down there and he like annoyed, because that's when she said annoyed. No, and I said left it. When she said annoyed, that's one of the telltale signs for me. If somebody is always annoyed with me, then I know like, oh, okay, you know what? I already see things are going left. Yeah, and I don't want to rub you the wrong way, and I also don't want to be in your space if you don't want me in your space.
Facts.
So. The annoyed, again, I could be coming from the anticipation, the faith, the hope that something could be happening. I don't know. But when you get in person, if it's still the same thing, then that's a telltale sign. But also from a woman to a woman, don't jump the gun. Mm-hmm. Don't jump the gun. We jump the gun because we're so emotional. We're so emotional and we be ready to move off of our emotions. So I love that I have two men here to give advice as well. Definitely take that advice and go do a face-to-face. It's only one more I can do real quick, and this was funny to me.
One more thing I want to say. When he
but...
come up for parole, he needs to put down an address where he's going to be at. If it ain't yours, neither is
That was the next. So this person inboxed and said, I'm so glad y'all doing this topic. Tell me, is this a red flag? My dude is about to come home, and he's saying that he needs to have his box placed at his mother's house, not mine. I'm trying to figure out why. He can't give me a good enough reason. He just keeps telling me his mom want him to come to her house. But why, if he can come to mine, I'm his girl. I was like...
So how long they been in a relationship?
No, this another person.
I know. Did she get into that?
No.
I mean, so it's a couple things. So, all right.
Because I was like, oh, heck no, he is lying.
I mean, well, so it could be a couple reasons.
Okay, go ahead.
So here's the thing about that. Like, that question, I feel like didn't pretty much provide that much context.
Yeah,
and the reason why I'm saying, details, because it's like, okay, you his girl, how long you been his girl, did y'all meet over, like, what's, like,
right.
I need to know all those things.
Okay, yeah, so you gotta be a little more detailed.
Yeah, because here's the thing, if I had a pen pal, and I'm coming up on my 6 month to a year joint, and we end up starting, she starts doing little stuff, so I'm gonna still, rock with you when I come out, but I don't feel comfortable having a stranger just moving in that joint. Now, I just came from a situation, I don't know how you live, I know how my mother lived, but I don't know how you live.
And she said my dude, right? So I was like, okay, then it can't be her husband. It got to be a boyfriend. You know what I'm saying?
But how? Like, how did it, like, do y'all got any background there? If y'all got background and you've been holding it down for a couple of years and all that other stuff, I mean, yeah, that's a red flag. But if it's just like, all right, you've been rocking out with Joe for like a year, and he met you at the end of his bid or whatever the case, whatever, and he wanted to go live with his mother, or his mother said, hey, you don't come stay here, I want to make sure you stay. I mean, you could smoke, you could have children, you could have animals, his mother could have met you, whatever, like all those things. So again, now I'm giving the excuses as to why.
Yeah.
But if none of those happen, like you ain't no dirty chick, not saying you are, you live nice and clean, your kids, they very respectable, because not everybody kids respectable. All those variables come into place, and you check all those boxes, then yeah, I would definitely say it's a red flag, because like, nigga, we've been rocking out for a minute, you know me.
Yeah.
You ain't got no excuse not to want to do that unless you want some shit.
Right.
Which, Mom Duke, she gonna always love you.
Yeah,
always.
See, the thing with that is, right, I think she might be thinking that, like, it's another woman. That's not the case.
Really?
The case is, because if you go into your mother house, it's still your mother house. How much can you really do in your mother house? And if he can have them type of visitation at his mother house, then you can go over there. But if that's not the case, then like the brother Jolly said, it might be something in your situation where as though he don't want to jeopardize him being on the box.
So hold on, you saying if he can do those things at his mother's house, but my thing is this: your mother ain't always in the house.
True.
Oh yeah.
So
But it's
I
still
mean,
her house.
So even if she say no,
I need
we
to
all-
go out there,
we
nigga.
all-
Yeah. You gonna slide over there?
No, but I'm talking about grown man shit. Like I'm talking about like.
Yeah, but if he on the bus, remember you got a time frame to be outside. You can move freely when you at your mother house. You can't move freely when you living with your girl.
that's
True
okay.
indeed.
Yeah.
But if this
Yeah.
your girl, I'm not trying to visit you. I've just been doing that for years. I'm trying to lay up at night. So, if you can do that at his mother house, it might be just a thing of I feel more secure here. I know I won't get in trouble here.
Yeah.
But
Now,
that's
when
after you checked all your all your T's and I's ain't crossed and dotted, then that's something different. And I agree, Mom Dukes, I feel comfortable staying out of trouble.
Now, if you're not welcome on that overnight tip at the mother's house, if you can't do all that, then I would look at it as because if it's me, right, and I got a choice to come home and be at my mother's house and my girl house.
Yeah.
I'm going to my girl house.
Yeah. I think you definitely need to get some communication with him, and because you're saying he's not giving you a good reason. So is he giving you a reason at all? I mean, because like
and
that's a little crazy. Like, and what would a good reason be to you? Because y'all just gave a lot of reasons as to what it could be. So
yeah, you might live in the projects.
Yeah.
No, real shit, because that's another reason.
You feel me? Like, I don't want to be on the box in the projects.
Okay.
I can come out my door and get hemmed up.
That's true. That's true.
You feel me? Like, it might just be an environment thing.
Okay.
You feel me? And like the brother said, it's factors. Did y'all live together before? You feel me? Were y'all at that point before he got locked down?
Yeah. And like he said, like if y'all started dating, which you didn't include, so I don't know. If y'all started dating while he was incarcerated, he don't even know what it's like to live with you.
And that's what I'm saying.
And I feel like it would be a
but if it's the opposite, yes, sister. I ain't throwing no shade. It's a flag. If it's not that.
If y'all been before he got locked up, unless y'all been there, what if they been before he got locked up, but they was some toxic. They was toxic.
That's another thing.
And
have you ever called the police on
Yeah, right. And he already like.
But that's what I'm saying. But that goes all into the circumstances of dotting the I's and crossing T's, because if it's one of those kind of situations where, like I said, it's the atmosphere of being around you. Like, you got dogs, y'all be beefing and all this stuff, whatever. But again, if those factors aren't there, yes, it's a red flag, because why would I not want to come home, especially,
Yeah. They looking forward to coming home. Been in jail a long time. You looking forward to every single night, probably all day, like to be able to. And you can't do that at Mom's house.
And you can't do that.
You can't do that at Mom's house.
Now, if you're still watching, I would love to know, what reason did he give you? Yeah. You say he didn't give you a good one. What was the reason?
What was the reason? What was the reason? And since you said that, just go ahead and break it down for us a little bit so we can give you an even better, break it down for us.
We don't hold nothing against you, but what reason?
Yeah, and a lot of people say...
Because it might take the outside approach. That's what they do in therapy and stuff like that. You say your spell, they say their spell, and then somebody who ain't got no attachment to y'all get at peace. So, yeah,
Yeah, because I've dealt with women that, in the back of my mind, I knew I would never live with. Never. This weekend is cool.
But that's it.
Yeah, I'm not. This will never be my residence.
Well, okay. Well, yeah. Let me see what that says. What? It's 2020. It's 2025. Ladies, stop dating men that are in jail, and men, you're not dating a woman that's in jail. Okay.
Somebody commented that?
Somebody sent me that. Somebody just sent me that.
I mean, well, that's what I'm saying. That's what go back to what I was saying. Like, keep it a buck. Like, yo.
And ladies,
it's 2025.
Ladies,
why y'all be wanting to comment? Y'all scared. Y'all scared. Give me some to be inboxing.
But ladies, I want y'all to thank Remy.
Oh, you know what?
I want y'all to personally thank Remy.
No, that's a one time.
The comments.
Oh, one.
The comments.
She was the She was y'all flagship spokesperson.
The comments and views of each individual
Yes.
are not
Brother
the
J
same.
spelled wrong.
The
Yes.
same.
Brother J.
Because
wrong.
let me be
Yo.
clear.
Facts. Cause come on, yo.
Listen,
I don't know
that
nothing
was
about
one
business.
situation.
You
though.
right.
That was one.
You
It's
right.
been and I honestly, y'all, seriously, come on now. You can't even use that as an example.
Cause look at my man. What's the dude name? He played on Creed, and he played
Michael B.
No, not Michael B.
Michael B was a heartbreak too, because he was
played in
faithful
Creed
to
3.
what's his name daughter.
Steve Harvey daughter.
Yes.
These
Ooh.
niggas don't smarten up.
He played in Creed 3. He played in old
Majors?
war movie. Jonathan Majors.
Oh yeah.
That was good. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah.
You know what I mean? He was rocking with Shorty and he worked out. He went and got himself a solid, you know what I mean, sister. And yeah, and she rocked around the whole joint.
Like that.
Yeah, she rocked through him the whole joint, yo.
She really did.
She rocked him through all the
Megan
ass. She held him there. They still rocking out.
Yeah.
And it's talks that he gonna be back on the Marvel joint, which I look forward to because he was a great villain.
Yeah,
Big Marvel
she
fan.
did hold him down though.
Yeah.
Megan might be all over the place, but she holding him down.
She held my man down, man.
She held the preacher down too.
What preacher?
That she was married to.
If the man ain't broke, you ain't holding him down.
If he ain't broke.
Come on. And what is you doing? What you going to visit him?
What you mean if he ain't broke?
You mean
how is she holding him down? Like what you talking about?
No, I'm saying supported him. She like the world was bashing him.
Oh yeah, true.
The world was bashing him for that.
He should have bashed old boy that picked her up when he hugged her. That's what he should have bashed. But anyway.
Wait, who? I missed it. Okay, you gotta fill me in.
They together. Some dude walk up, hug her, pick her up, spin, put her back in. What? You supposed to be Kang the Conqueror. You ain't listen.
He was so well impressive. What kind of relationship was it?
They was together. He was standing right there.
Maybe
what kind of relationship
maybe
with
it
him
was
with
like
the
a
guy,
brother
though?
sister type of thing.
It was old boy inappropriate yo, I think. Ghost. You know, it's inappropriate ass.
Maybe they got a kind of relationship. I don't know. I mean, we cool and we just
Okay.
Now I'm not.
Please don't have a ghost or anybody else. You'll be a ghost. If you walk up and pick up a girl, you'll be a ghost. I'm trying to tell you, Tommy won't save you.
Somebody done got us in trouble once.
Whatever,
All right, y'all. It's been done.
Till next week. What next week show about?
Next week, I don't know what y'all want to do. I chose this topic. What y'all want to do? What y'all want to do?
I don't know. Let's get some tapping. See.
Because I chose the inmate thing. Because I just felt like y'all ladies and y'all men, ladies more than men. I mean, I don't know a lot of men that hold women down, but I know it's a lot of ladies that be holding these gentlemen down.
You do know it's more of y'all than it is us?
Incarcerated?
Like, y'all outnumber us. So, therefore, those prisons are going to be populated with women, too.
Right. But the women are doing their bids alone.
You don't think so? I might Google some stuff.
Get the stats.
Chat GBT.
Get the stats because we don't hear that much about it. Even on the show, dating. What is it? Love After Lockup.
Right.
Now there are some women that be coming home, but they be finding men on the pen pal website or something.
And plus they be in there with each other.
Yeah, because half of them look like they were inmates in the same jail, but on the opposite sides of the jail, and they come home. But the women,
they be in there, women and up, like. So that's another thing.
Niggas be doing that too.
That might
the numbers up. You feel?
Niggas be doing that too.
Niggas do too though.
Not the way women do.
But women, when we go, we go.
When
we go, we go. Y'all see Beyonka? You feel me? When we go, we go. So it is a little different. It is a little different.
Yeah, let's see what we can tap out.
Okay.
I mean, jam out next week or whatever the case may be.
I'm with it. Okay. So we're going to let y'all know. So y'all stay tuned. We thank you for tuning in to the show tonight. Thank y'all for joining the conversation.
And fellas, if you on trial, this is the J move, right? Your lawyer can hire your girl as his employee, and now she can come on lawyer visits. Thank me later.
Dang.
My two bid is you get 5 and it better be 2.5 suspended.
2.5 suspended.
Better be 2.5 suspended. That's all you gonna get is 2.5. If you do a dime, if you do 2 decades, don't expect anything but commissary.
Dang.
And I would expect the same thing from you.
Okay. Well, at least you expecting the same thing.
I'm not.
And that's what it's about. Long as it's...
You just said live.
Yeah, it's equal.
Oh, no, I would expect the same thing.
Yeah, he expecting...
Don't tell me you smashing up anybody else. You feel me?
But I still don't get why not just walk the fuck out and say, yo, I'm out.
Because I had some amazing visits.
That's why you okay with the lie. Okay, you know what? We're going to get into that too. Fantasy.
What? Especially just across the table. My arms
giving
long.
fantasy.
What? You know what I can do across the table?
Fantasies, y'all. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that. All right, y'all. Make sure y'all tune in next week. Make sure you hit the share button. Tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Yes, y'all. Y'all see us on these different... Next week, I'm going to be looking at one camera only. Make sure y'all tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend to tune in to the Recipe Podcast. Good night.
Appreciate y'all. Love y'all, yo.